Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. So I'm sure you see by the title, but we are just going to be talking through some new makeup releases for this week. Super excited to be here to talk about some fun stuff, especially in this crazy world that we are living in. So you see I am already scooted to the side, so images will be here. If you are curious about what I am wearing, this video will actually be up on Monday. I just played with both of the Ladybug Glow palettes, so the Just Desserts and the Vampy Treats. So let's go ahead and get on started with our first item. If you do not know, I have my computer right here next to me, so if you see me looking in that direction, that is where I'm looking. I'm trying to move it a little bit more so you can, hopefully I'm looking more at you. So up first we have from Holograve Cosmetics. So I've never purchased anything from this brand before. I do feel like I've heard of them a little bit, maybe like some water-activated liners or some gel liners, possibly on TikTok. But besides that, nothing I've heard of them fully. I have not tried anything from them. So this is the Fairy Ring palette. I do hope that I am pronouncing that correctly. So this just looks like a colorful palette. Obviously, it's done a different pattern, which I think is super interesting. Not a lot of depth, if I'm honest. Where I was really intrigued, and I definitely invite you to go check out Instagram. The reason I'm not including the video is I don't know, to be completely honest, how all of that works, if I'm allowed to include somebody's video. If you know, let me know, because then I can start doing that in the future. But I would definitely invite you to go check out their video that they've done on their Instagram, where they were swatching this on it's like a dark skin swatch, whatever. They kind of just wanted to show us the shifts in some of the shades, because as you see, a lot of them do look very light, especially around the edges. Definitely let me know down below what you think. Again, there is no price point. It is a different kind of shape. It obviously is going to have some wasted space in the palette. I do know that some people really don't like that. I feel like I could look past that if the price is not bad, but we don't know. So we'll just have to see. More than likely, I will be updating you on this brand. So definitely let me know down below what you think. Rolling on next, we're going to go ahead and talk about Glisten Cosmetics. So Glisten Cosmetics has a line of mascaras called Spectra Lash. Now, I have never tried anything from the brand, never tried any of the mascaras. And I had recently watched a video, though. I unfortunately do not remember the creator, but they were talking about how amazing their colored mascaras are. So what's really cool is that they are adding 11 new shades. What you're seeing here is a wide variety of shades. I'm not 100% sure if the shades are within this like grouping here, or if there will be more. As far as I can see, this does retail for $12, and you can also use coupon codes, so I think that's pretty cool. So this will be releasing 6 p.m. GMT, 12 p.m. CST today. So if you're curious, definitely check that out. I am not going to be picking it up currently right now. I'm not super in the market for a new mascara, but it definitely is on the back burner. Like, if ever I'm going to make a purchase from Glisten, like, this would definitely be something that I would more than likely be picking up. So up next, we have two launches from Klarity Kosmetics. So they are launching a concealer. We'll talk about that first, and then we'll jump into their other product. So their concealer is going to range in 18 shades. Currently, I'm guessing. They are talking about how they probably will more than likely expand the shade range. I think this looks like a decent shade range. Definitely let me know down below what you all think. Unfortunately, we do not have a price yet for this, so I kind of just guessed based off of some of their other products that I could find. So I'm assuming it's going to retail between $15 and $18. So not horrible. It does look like it's going to be a squeezy tube concealer. I'm not a big concealer person, to be completely honest. This kind of looks like the type of concealer that is going to definitely be coverage, but possibly not dry down, so you more than likely will need a setting powder, which I guess we can just use that to transition over to their other product, which is going to be a line of setting powder. So it is going to be 12 shades. The price based off of their blushes and bronzers, I'm assuming it's going to be between $18 and $20. This does look like a wide variety of shades. They do have a translucent, which is great. Definitely a nice mix of different shades. So I would definitely, again, be curious. Let me know down below what you think of this shade selection. I will definitely be updating you in the future of how much these products will cost. I'm intrigued, and to be completely honest, I will soon be on the market for a new setting powder, as in the current world and everything. There are a lot of brands that we are boycotting currently. So yeah, I am in the need of a new setting powder. So we'll definitely be keeping this one on the lookout. So next up, we have Dieverune Cosmetics is coming out with a whole new collection. So I don't know if the whole collection's called Smitten, but the palette itself is called Smitten. I should have a photo popping up here that they have with their cats posed with it. It's so freaking cute. I think it's their cats. So this is the Smitten palette, at least will retail for $59 is this, so this will already have been out, launched yesterday as you are seeing this. I think it's a really pretty color story. It's very interesting to me how a couple of brands have done traditional Valentine's Day colors and then some grays. Like so far I would say, of course, Vermont Girls, which if you've not seen my video, check that out. They did have some grays in there. Valentine kind of esque love theme palette. We now have the Dieverune. And then we also have the one which I showed you last week from Belle Beauty Bar that also has some grays. So is this a new trend with Valentine's Day palettes? I don't really know. I do appreciate there are some pops of like hot pink, which at least my brain automatically associates with Valentine's Day. Again, if I didn't already say it, I wish there was more depth in this palette. I just, for the types of looks that I create, I really couldn't see myself creating much of a look. I would really be curious to try something from them in the future. The shimmers look incredible. They are also coming out with 4 singles. To be completely honest with you, if you are not new here, I do not like when brands do this. My brain tends to think, put the singles in your palette. Like, I don't know why there's extra singles. It honestly just makes me feel like you want me to buy the palette and then the singles. And at least for myself, I'm a palette person. I'm not gonna buy the singles. I'm not a big singles person. It just feels weird to me. My brain's very, put it in your palette. And then if you want to do the route of selling the singles separately, like from the palette, then do that. Currently, I do not know how much these singles will retail for. Next up, we can go ahead and talk about the 2 water-activated liners here, split pan liners. I'm not a big activated liner person. I do have some from Lethal, I think, that I've like barely used. So I more than likely do not need these. And these are pretty big pans, but these are cute. I love the cat. So if you're into water activated liners, check it out. I think it's pretty cute. I just don't need it. And then they have some gem stickers here. I'm gonna be really curious the price of this. I get that gems are popular, so I will be curious to see. I like there's a variety of colors. I think that's cute. And the last product, which we already did mention last week, is going to be the Stick and Sparkle Primer. This is probably the biggest thing that I'm like the most excited about. Unfortunately, still no price. Of course, you will know, I guess, in the future because it has already launched. All right, next up. So this is a new brand to me, possibly a new brand to you. We have a sister brand from Notoriously Morbid, which is going to be called Spellcast Beauty. So the biggest difference between this sister brand, Spellcast Beauty, and Notoriously Morbid is Notoriously Morbid, everything is made in-house, whereas Spellcast Beauty is going to be having a manufacturer make the products. I think this is actually very smart from Notoriously Morbid. It's definitely making me think of last week's post that I had saw that their turnaround time is becoming a lot shorter. It's definitely making me think maybe because they're going towards this route, it's definitely going to help them. So I'm very excited. This palette is an old shimmer palette, so it's not my big cup of tea. Retails for $44.99. It is already available. These are going to be super metallic is what they are stating. I do not have any swatches, unfortunately, so that is a bit of a bummer, but this does look, it looks pretty if you want an all shimmer palette. And I'm just really excited to see where the brand's going to go. That's what I will say. Notoriously Morbid, I'm excited to see where you are going. Up next, we have Cosmetica is coming out with a new palette. This is the Monk palette. Originally, I did not feel like this was going to be a color scheme that I would like. I'm feeling very intrigued by this color story. To be honest, the shimmers aren't, except for that one up in the corner, which is called Flow, I believe. The shimmers aren't, like, super grabbing me, but, like, I don't know. I kind of want this. So I recently saw that it is going to be $38.99, so it does look like they are making their prices possibly a little bit more expensive. Their 9 pans used to retail for $35.99, or I think they still do on their site, but I did see that it will be $38.99. But I think this is cute. I think this is really cute, really pretty. I kind of want to get it. I kind of might get it with my budget. So more than likely I'll be buying this in February, so I will have to wait a little bit, so I'll have to see. Definitely let me know down below your thoughts. Is this something that you would like to see from me? Because I definitely don't want to make something if you're not curious, but like also I kind of want to follow what I want. I'm really tempted though. Originally, I looked at this and thought, oh, it's just a bunch of yellows, but I'm kind of feeling it for summer and spring. I feel like I need brightness with everything happening in the world and life. I just need some brightness. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. So moving right along, Cosmic Beauty is coming out with the Lovers palette. So I think that this is quite an interesting color story. It looks like it is kind of a split pan, at least that is some of the things I was seeing on their website for swatches. It though looks really pretty. That one color in the upper corner connection, I think it might just be their lighting that's making it look like it's different colors, but I'm very intrigued by this. I don't think I'm gonna purchase it. It's not currently something that I'm really feeling. I think it's cute. I don't think it's bad price. Last time I was trying to check yesterday, I think it was like maybe $33 USD. It's not horrible. Not horrible. I kind of feel like I'm still feeling that other palette, the Monk from Fantasy Cosmetica, a little bit more. So, though I can appreciate this and I can see it's gorgeous, it's not grabbing me. So, let's go ahead and move on next. So, this one has a little bit of drama from me. So, Pat McGrath, McGrath Artistry mask. So, we all know about a similar product to this, which I should have popping up right here, which is the Freeman Renewing Cucumber Peel-Off Gel Mask. Now, she had used this product, I believe it was a year or two ago when she did, I think, I hope I'm not wrong, Margiela, hopefully was a thing. So she had done like this fashion show for them and had used this product, I believe it was watered down and then sprayed through an air gun to make the skin look shiny and then you could just like peel it off later. I will say that that is genius. Where I'm struggling with this is that product, we'll say the Freeman's product, which is possibly around $8, she is selling hers for $38. Now, hers you just have to brush on. So it should, I'm assuming, already be like complete. And again, I get it, it's Pat McGrath, so it is going to have a luxury price point. It just feels weird to me that we already know what you used, and so you just took what you used. Like, I think that's what I'll say. I think it's a very interesting overlay when you take artistry, like an artist creating an idea, and then mixing it with a brand, is what I would say. Because I think it's genius what she created with watering down that product, completely genius. But it just is this high price point. And then also, like, a lot of the ad that I was seeing with this was talking about how it's like a hydrating mask and all of that. And I'm like, yeah, but even like the model here that you're showing us, like, you're selling it as you want us to paint it on her face. I don't know. I know Pat McGrath could also just be kind of this creative brand, so I'd be very curious. Y'all let me know what you think about this. It's like a part of you that I'm like, yeah, it just like, I think she deserves to get paid for this genius idea, but it also just feels weird. So yeah, let me know what you think. So moving up next, this is Freya x Cheeryep, I believe. This is, I believe, a Chinese-owned brand, and Freya is the influencer who helped to create this collection. I do think that there are two palettes that I'm only focusing on this one. So this is a palette inspired by traditional Chinese Year of the Snake. This palette just looks gorgeous. I'm just going to say it looks gorgeous. It is an artistic dream. So all these products are completely cream. They are supposed to set down to a matte finish, I think, except for maybe the two bottom balms, but it does recommend to set your eyelids or whatever with a translucent powder, so maybe it's not completely bunch proof. But this color story is, like, I want it. It's so gorgeous. That super dark green. It's just getting me so much. So there is also been the Velvet Lip Mud, which is that bottom larger pen on the left-hand side, and then a glossy lip jelly, which is bottom right-hand side. But I think this is gorgeous. Now, needing to talk myself out of it, I did look on the website. So this is available at C Beauty Mall. It is a pre-order, so if you do want this, just know it's a pre-order. But she is expensive, $99. So what I currently can see is that there is no option to just buy the palette itself or buy the palette with the singles. So they are selling it as a palette with the singles and a mirror. So that will cost you $99. Now, what they show here is a makeup box, I think they're calling it. That will retail for $128.99 if you want everything, including the box. I mean, it's a box, to be completely honest. I'm not going to say it's, like, bad quality, but, like, I don't even really want the mirror. The mirror looks cute, but, like, I kind of just want the palette and the shadows. So, I don't know. This is definitely really outside of my price range. But I am going to be very curious to see in the future. Maybe this will become cheaper. And I might be curious. I mean, I might be over it by then, but, like, I'm going to be curious. I don't know. We will have to see. Alright, up next is a brand new brand, at least to me. I know they have existed for a while. Dualism Beauty. It's actually interesting. This is owned by It's Caspian, who is very well known on TikTok, Instagram, all over social media. They're just an all-around really good person, and I really love what they speak for. So I had no clue that they had a makeup brand. No clue at all. Did you know? Did you know? I didn't know. Maybe I'm just super out of the loop. I haven't really heard anybody talking about this. Well, maybe. Like, the palette, like, the outer packaging, I don't have a picture, I apologize. It's kind of, like, glittery or, like, not glittery, but, like, shiny. Like, look it up. I apologize. Maybe I'll include a picture here. Hopefully I do. But I feel like I've seen that packaging. So, I don't know if I'm just, like, high. But anyways, this collection looks really cute. It's all singles. I will be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of singles. I'm not a big singles girly. I know It's Caspian does tend to use a lot of singles, so I'm not surprised that they created a line of singles. I'm definitely going to be very curious to see how much this will retail for the entire collection. If you buy the entire collection, I believe you will also get this blood-sealed limited edition necklace. Of course, not real blood, but I think it's a pretty cute idea. This will be launching on the 14th of February. At 7 p.m. EST. Based off of their other shadows on their website, I'm going to assume these will be between $5 and $7, but I'm not sure. If I'm being honest, I kind of just want to get some of this just because I really like what It's Caspian is doing. I think that what they do is really important work. So I kind of want to buy it just to, you know, be like, I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing. And, like, I'm also going to assume the products are amazing. So yeah, I would definitely be very curious, like those top 4, those are calling me. Those look gorgeous. We'll just have to see. I will definitely update you on a future video if we do find out the price point, because like I said, I want to know. So finishing up here is by Pacifica. So Pacifica has these 2 eyeshadow palettes, or 2 shadow palettes. No, they're calling them eyeshadow palettes. So I'm probably going to butcher this, so the Waikiki and Malibu coconut-infused eyeshadow palettes. These both retail for $17. So there is what I'm calling a lighter version. It's in this more kind of light blue, slightly tealy packaging. I think it's kind of more pseudo on the neutral side. It's still really cute. The one that's grabbing me the most is this more dark blue packaging. To be honest, the palettes within themselves don't really have much depth. I think it might just be like, it's really pretty. So like, just flat out, I'm probably not going to be picking these up. I'm just very curious. I've never really heard the best things about Pacifica's like formula. So like, if anybody happens to try these, like, let me know. And if you have tried these, let me know. Like, or if you tried Pacifica, let me know. Like, should I maybe pick this up? $17 is not horrible, and it's from Ulta. Ulta is a safe brand, y'all, for us to be buying from currently. Ulta, please do not get rid of your DEI, please. As far as I've seen, they are not. So, super happy, loving Ulta for that. So, yeah, we will just have to see with that. But yes, I am very, very happy with them. I think that is going to be it for today's video. Definitely let me know down below what you did think. Are there any of these that you are curious or wanting to pick up? I just love to chat with you, so let me know. I hope you're having a great day. I hope that you are surviving in this crazy world that we are all in. I hope we're going to be okay. I mean, not to be all weird, that's horrible. But you know what? All we can do is just keep going, be ourselves, wear your colorful makeup if you want to. I love you. I care about you. I hope that you're well. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next one. Okay, bye.